is the dangerous way station on the road to the planets. The jumping off place for the fantastic rocket ship built in outer space. Yes, you'll be out of this world through every stirring moment of conquest of space. You'll live the strange, topsy-turvy life of men who live as no other men have lived before.
Evacuate Section 34.
Not tomorrow, not next year, but sometime before the year 2000 AD, this amazing event will take place. And now you will be part of it, rocketing beyond the horizon of our time to join the greatest human adventure of all time. Asteroid, dead astern.
What manner of man is he then, this stylist? Fundamentally, he is at heart an artist. The seed, the spark, the indefinable inspiration to create rested within him when he was born. His desire to design inevitably blossomed with his intelligence. His were the toys of motion. His were the hobbies of self-expression. His nimble mind at first leaped ahead of his stubby fingers. Instead of tales of romance and blood and thunder, mechanics and science became his prose and his poetry. He built, designed, created things because, for reasons he could not tell, he was unsatisfied with things at hand. The chances are he tackled tougher tasks, even though the sweep of his ideas may have been broader than the skill of his hands. And from the world around him, he began to draw his inspiration. The poetry of motion began to capture his attention. In his fertile mind, the forms, the curves, the shape of things about him fed the growing flame of his imagination. And conscious of the need within him, he may have enrolled in a school of design to learn its special language, learning and practicing as he went. Intensive training seemed only to whet his imagination. Monotonous practice seemed only to sharpen the keen edge of his inspiration. Finally, eventually, the born automobile stylist winds up designing automobiles. Finally, eventually, nothing else will satisfy him. Inevitably, he has a special quirk of mind, a sort of sixth sense, an instinct that shows him the look of things people will like, not only today, but tomorrow as well. For behind him, the experienced stylist has left the dogma and ritual of artistic formalism. Behind him, he has left the pallid patterns of the past and given wing to a creative imagination that soars off into the blue of tomorrow. while the rest of us are enjoying his design for today. The stylist is a perfectionist, perpetually dissatisfied with the design he has just created. For already on his drawing board or in his mind are the images of the more beautiful, far better things on the way. In his never-ending search for perfection, the true stylist discards more ideas than he proposes, rejects as unsatisfactory designs that often appear as the final product of others. Left to himself, his mind refuses to rest. Ideas flow through his fingertips, out of nowhere into reality. Actually, this is a process of apparently aimless thinking on paper, and from it, he and his brother stylists, when left to themselves, may turn out a design of the future, of no apparent practical value today. Yet, a turn of its fender or a curve of its body may be the solution to a knotty problem of design that's just around the corner. The stylist can no more help this thinking on paper than he can help breathing. While the minds of the rest of us may be fettered to the past or present, his thoughts wing on. He does not claim to know the look of things 20 years from now, but he likes to imagine, on paper, how they might look. And from the composite of his expert imaginings come trends and basically sound ideas that can be adapted and adjusted to improve the look of things today. Where does he get his ideas? The stylist himself can't tell you. But if you could look inside his mind, you'd probably see a moving mass of form and color, shapes and curves, inspired by his subconscious reaction to the things he himself has seen and felt and dreamed throughout his life. And so it is that when a team of skillful stylists is given a specific problem, the flying fingers of their minds soon dredge out of their dreams a score of answers to lay before the good taste of management for final selection. Is it a grill to give a new look? Instead of one, there'll be a dozen to choose from. Is it an embellished port to give eye appeal to what essentially is just a round hole? The stylist will come up with a choice of 20, 30, or 40. And even while the choice is being made, the stylist is busily dreaming up still more. Men there are who would call the automobile stylist a dreamer, and dreamer he may be, if it is from dreams that 50 million cars can come, and if it is from dreams that sales leadership can come. Dreamer he is then, with the courage to elaborate and improve on the past, to leap ahead of his soaring dreams and prove their worth in the rolling crucible of laboratory design, young in heart and young in mind, with the will to meet and beat the youthful competition of the world of his times. The modern industrial stylist has the artistic temerity to believe that the look of things to come is only vaguely predicted by the look of things today, that shapes and forms of beauty undreamed of now will be in production tomorrow. Yet it is given to him among men to know that the pioneering path he will tread is even so well ordered. For deep within him is awareness that forces of nature give things of nature the look they have, and that they conform to the dictates of immutable laws of styling that give grace and beauty none can deny. So came the sleek look of the jet plane. So will come the look of all things touched by the hand of the stylist.
You're watching Sleepcore. Pleasant dreams.
From the wild, vast reaches of interplanetary space, those famous bite-sized cereals, Wheat Chex and Rice Chex bring you Space Patrol!
Stand by for exciting action on Space Patrol in just one moment. Hi, gang. Space Patroller Jack Norris reporting. Today I'm going to show you how to give the Space Patrol salute. Watch. You place your right hand, palm down, just over your heart. Then, with a swift movement, you move your arm straight out, then drop it to your side. See? That's it, gang. The official Space Patrol salute. And now, here's the official Space Patrol breakfast. Good, nourishing food with checkerboard super cereals. The cereals that help to supercharge you. Here you see the bite-sized super cereals, swell tasting Rice Chex and Wheat Chex. So, gang, be an honest-to-goodness Space Patroller. When you're playing Space Patrol and it's time to salute, salute like a real Space Patroller. And when it's time to eat, eat like a real Space Patroller. Help yourself to those bite-sized checkerboard super cereals that help to supercharge you. At your grocers in the red and white checkerboard packages. Rice Chex. Wheat Chex. The sensational new Cosmic Glow Rocket Ring, designed like a rocket from the 35th century, with the astounding luminous dome that glows day and night and in the dark with a mysterious cosmic blue light. Yes, sir, gang, I'm talking about a sensational double offer. A double offer that brings you these two swell items, this new rocket ring and this official Space Patrol membership kit. And now, gang, look at the items you get with your kit. Your chance to join the Space Patrol. You get an official membership card. Identifies you as a registered Space Patroller. You get a Space Patrol badge. A bright red, silver, and blue plastic badge. Really big, 2 by 2.5 inches. Wear it as a shoulder insignia, like this, the way a lot of Space Patrollers do. And look, you get this Space Patrol chart of the universe. Use it when you play Space Patrol so you can chart your missions from one planet to the other. You get the Space Patrol handbook for official use only by members of the Space Patrol. You get a photo of the Space Patrol gang with the official signature of Buzz Corey. And don't forget, with the membership kit, you also get this breathtaking new Cosmic Glow Rocket Ring. The ring with the luminous dome that glows day and night and in the dark with a beautiful and baffling cosmic blue light. Lots of fun to wear, especially when you're playing Space Patrol. Fire red plastic, adjustable to fit most any finger. So, come on, gang, hurry. Get this terrific ring and get your membership kit and join the Space Patrol. Don't forget, this is a 2-for-1 offer. You not only get the ring, you get the ring and the Space Patrol membership kit. Now, here's all you do. Buy a box of Rice Chex or Wheat Chex, the super cereals that help to supercharge you. Then, together with 25 cents in coin, mail a Rice Chex or Wheat Chex box top to Space Patrol, Box 812, St. Louis, Missouri. This offer good only in continental United States and may be withdrawn at any time. Don't forget your 25 cents. That's Space Patrol, Box 812, St. Louis, Missouri.
Rocky Jones, Space Ranger, Space Ranger, Space Ranger, starring Richard Crane. In Rocky's Odyssey, Chapter 3.
You know, it's funny, Rocky. People like Bavaro and Torvac think they have to fight each other to exist. But you get them together, talk sense, and they find out that peace and helping each other is the answer.
Goodbye, Bavaro. Torvac.
Why don't you and Cleolanda sit down for a nice, quiet little chat?
I tried that once, Winky. Remember? Alert. Alert. Learn this. Destination Earth. Secure for blastoff.
Destination Earth. Best words I've heard in a long time.
All set?
All set, Skipper.
This is Rocky Jones. This is Rocky Jones. This is Rocky Jones. This is Rocky Jones. This is Rocky...
While Rocky Jones was alive, he was no one's puppet. But now I work the strings which control his voice.
We're in the Space Rangers communication band now, Cleolanta.
Whenever you're ready, Atlas-san.
XV2 attempting space station pickup. Can you hear me? Orbit Jet, the XV2 calling. Come in. Orbit Jet to space station. Can you hear me? Come in.
Rocky! Rocky, you made it. You're alive.
Good to be back. Sorry to cause concern, but today was the first time I could communicate.
Well, you made it, Rocky. That's the only thing that matters. How are the others?
Vina, Professor Newton, Winky, and Bobby are all fine.
Do you need help getting in, Rocky?
I'm not coming in right now, but please arrange a voice relay to Earth.
Of course, Rocky.
And give me a clearance at 1400. I have a message for Secretary Drake. I want to deliver it in my own voice.
Sure, Rocky. And will Drake be glad to hear it? Over until 1400.
Over.
Well, Mr. Secretary, your fondness for the late Rocky Jones is going to lead you into a trap which will entangle all the united worlds of the solar system.
Why must the hands of the clock move so slowly? Won't 1400 ever get here? Think that I shall soon hear Rocky's voice and see his face again. I knew he'd be back. When will it be 1400?
Vina, Professor, Bobby, come forward, please. We're nearing the Space Ranger communication band.
I have the tune-in signal. We should hear something now. This is Rocky Jones in the Orbit Jet. Come in.
Goodness gracious! Rocky, who? What is that?
XV2 to Space Station OW9. Are you ready with my relay? Come in.
Higgins on OW9. Ready, Mr. Secretary. Go ahead, Rocky.
Hello, Mr. Secretary. Sorry for the anxiety I've caused, but we couldn't communicate.
Rocky, it's wonderful to hear your voice. Where have you been?
We were trapped by the escape velocity of Sagada's third moon.
Sagada? We've never even been to Sagada. Rocky, what's going on?
Rocky, we'd all given up hope of your return. My best to your crew. Higgins tells me they're all safe.
Yes, Mr. Secretary.
When will you be back?
Mr. Secretary, with your permission, I would like to alter course and head for Angkor.
Angkor, Rocky?
Yes, Mr. Secretary. And I urgently request that you meet me there as soon as possible. It's a trap. Mr. Secretary, can you hear me? This is Rocky Jones. Can you hear me? Come in. Higgins on the OW9. Can you hear me? Come in. We can't reach them.
But, Rocky, I prefer that you return to Earth. We'll discuss the matter, and if advisable, leave together.
But, Mr. Secretary, Angkor is holding an election to decide whether to join United Worlds or the Ophesians. Cleolanta will surely be there, and we'll be too late.
Very well, Rocky. I'll make immediate plans to leave. Goodbye, Rocky, until we meet on Angkor.
Goodbye, sir.
And Higgins, I'll refuel on the OW9, and you'll take command of the spaceship on the flight to Angkor.
Thank you, Mr. Secretary.
Over and out.
Out, Mr. Secretary.
Well, who is it, Rocky? Who is talking to Secretary Drake?
Cleolanta?
Undoubtedly.
But, Rocky, that was your voice.
Partly. They had a recording of my voice, and then mechanically altered another voice to match it. All right, we're underway. We'll get into communication and reach the OW9 as soon as possible, and expose all this.
Aye, aye, sir.
Goodness gracious!
An infernal meteor.
Quick, Winky. Try to shake it off before the heat spreads.
Yes, sir.
Seal off the control and navigation sections, Winky, and no one is to leave. The meteor struck pretty far back, so the fire doors should hold.
Yes, sir. Where are you going?
Out the escape hatch.
But, Rocky, if the Kron steel of the orbit jet can't stand the heat, what's going to happen to a spacesuit?
Boy, Rocky, fight fire with fire.
You're watching Sleepcore, media for insomnia.
On the little planet Scythio, a mistake is being corrected. These are androids, creatures without minds, without souls, indestructible, the servants of people betrayed by their own creation.
Gentlemen, what I'm about to do is for all mankind. As you know, this is the central power source for all the androids. The men and women of our worlds have grown useless, stagnant, without ambition. Possessed of servants that need no food or rest, human beings do not struggle. Progress ceases as the sense of accomplishment dies. Without this sense of fulfillment, human beings are no better than these things they have created. Therefore, we, the representatives of all the planets, have all taken the vow never to reveal the three secrets of the use of androids: the location of the vaults throughout the universe, the frequency readings to which the androids are attuned, and most important, the location of this, the central power source. Gentlemen, the future of humanity depends upon our keeping that vow.
I substituted myself for one of the androids and gained...
Never mind all that. What have you learned?
I know all three secrets of the androids. First, the location of the vaults. There are android vaults on Earth, Saturn, Uranus, Livy, Scythio, Minos.
What is that android doing there? It should be back in the vault.
I don't understand it. I'm sure I saw 5 androids in the vault.
No one is to go back into that vault except in my presence.
We will carry it in, King Lazarine.
I shall accompany you.
Plius and Delio. The frequency length of the androids is in the delta spectrum. Sine, Omega, Sine, Omega, cosine, epsilon.
The location of the power source. The location of the power source.
Who's this? Someone has learned all the secrets.
Only 2. They did not learn the location of the power source. Without that knowledge, all other is useless. No one need know of this.
I understand.
And so the secrets of the androids were kept. Now, over 400 years later, in the year 3061, 3 men, each a member of the Galaxy Bureau of Investigation, know the secrets, and each knows only one. Commander Richards, who knows the locations of all the android vaults throughout the universe, Dr. Zarkov, who knows the android frequency readings, and Flash Gordon, who holds the key, the vital secret of the location of the power source.
I defy the power of the Galactic Council and refuse to appear before them to answer any such ridiculous charges.
But you must answer to the Galactic Council, Queen Phubia. The GBI has received reliable information that you've signed a mutual assistance pact with the renegade planet Futura.
The GBI is mistaken.
That's hard to believe since I find one of Futura's best-known agents in your throne room.
Tridorn is nothing but a personal friend.
There are some friends that it is better not to have, Queen Phubia.
I will select my own friends, Dr. Zarkov.
Not this time. Tridorn is an outlaw. Only the fact that this is your throne room prevents me from arresting him. I'll give you 5 minutes to make up your mind, Queen Phubia. Either you order Tridorn off your planet and return with me to appear before the Galactic Council, or I'll have Scythio declared a renegade planet too. We'll wait outside.
I'll have them killed.
No, my dear Queen. You will need that young fool and his friends.
For what?
For what they know. The secrets of the androids. Without the androids, our plan to take over the galaxy is doomed from the start. Don't let that hot head of yours ruin everything.
You're right as usual, Tridorn. But how do we learn those secrets?
That will be my part of the bargain, my queen.
Dr. Zarkov, does the planet Scythio mean anything special to you?
No. Why, does it to you?
Tridorn doesn't make any alliance without a purpose. A purpose for the planet Futura.
What purpose, Flash?
Well, Dale, I'm sure that... Has the Queen made up her mind?
Yes. Seize them!
Your Majesty. You know what'll happen to you for this, Fubia?
I know what's going to happen to you, my handsome blonde friend. Tridorn,
Yes, my queen.
your part of the bargain. Fulfill it.
You know what this is, don't you, Doctor?
A centrifugal table.
Used to test the effect of a specified number of G's on an android.
Or a human being. Strap him on! You know what the force of gravity can mean? Every time you blast off in a rocket, you experience 9 G's. How would you like to experience 15, 16, perhaps 20? Do you think you could survive?
What do you want, Tridorn?
Information. The location of the android power source. Well, my friend, will you tell me the location of the android power source, or must I give you a ride on the merry-go-round?
You're a fool. Granting that I know the location, do you think I'd tell you?
You are the fool. Go ahead.
Wait. He won't tell. And we can't afford to kill him. But there is another way. I can give you a kingdom. You could rule Earth. Better. You can rule the universe. At my side. Tie him on the table.
No, my queen. As you said, if he dies, the secret dies with him. I suddenly have a better idea. I don't think he'll stand silent and watch Earl die.
Yes. That will be better.
Get on with it. You'll pay for that, Gordon. The location of the android power source, or the girl dies.
Don't tell him, Flash.
Well?
universe.
She's still alive. Let me look at her. She's alive. The location of the android power source.
If I tell him, Poobie, I warn you, he'll betray you. As soon as he has no further use for Scythiel, you'll become slaves to the planet Petura.
The power source. Where is it?
Send Dale back to Earth. As soon as I hear from Commander Richards that she's safe, then I'll tell you.
You take us for idiots. Speak! Then watch the girl die.
In an attempt to conquer the civilized galaxies, Phubia, queen of the planet Scythio, and Tridorn, agent of the renegade planet Petura, are trying to learn the secret location of the android power source somewhere on Scythio. Only Flash Gordon knows the location. But Dale Arden will be put to death on the whirling centrifugal table if he does not reveal it.
It's no use. They'll kill us all later. Right on.
She is alive. Now the location.
You got a map of the Scythian mountains? Find a door overgrown with brush. It leads into the heart of the mountain and the solid cobalt core.
Thank you, my friend. You are most cooperative. I hope your information is accurate. I would hate to have to operate my little merry-go-round again. Guard! Take this man to the cell.
Tridorn, the universe is ours.
Yes, my queen. After a few formalities, like destroying the planet governments and the GBI. Come, my queen. It is not far to the mountains.
I have orders from the minister himself that we must not fail in destroying this perpetually menacing eye in the sky.
But now that we have a satellite station in space, revolving around the Earth, a satellite view, I might add, directly to the heroic first orbital flight by Colonel Brighthouse. Danger, adventure, and breathtaking thrills come rocketing to the screen as science smashes a new frontier in the world of tomorrow. See a man-carrying rocket travel 240,000 miles to land on a spaceship. See man explore the desolated areas of the moon. See for the first time thrilling pictures of the world of tomorrow. The Joint Chiefs have conferred with the President and it's been decided to change your mission. You are now Moon Base number 1. You will remain where you are and show the flag until such time as you can be relieved by a larger permanent force.